So how much does it really cost to travel and live in Thailand? We have definitely noticed a huge increase in 2025. We've been here for 18 months now, on and off. And in the last couple of months, the prices have definitely surged. So in today's video, we're going to break down how much it costs for you to travel around, how much it costs for you to eat here, accommodation, visas, and everything you need to know if you're planning a trip here or maybe even if you're planning to live here. Excuse our outfits, by the way, guys. We are in Thailand at the moment and it is the first full rainy day, and we got absolutely drenched before, so we are in our winter flannelette clothes. This is a rare occurrence in Thailand. So just so you're not confused, we just thought we'd give a little bit of context.
So the first cost you're going to incur when you come to Thailand is your visa cost. And you can get 3 different main visas and they all cost a different varying amount. So the first visa that you can get is the tourist visa. And if you come from a range of different countries, there's a list I'll put up here, then you can enter for 60 days for completely free. Now, once you're in the country for 60 days, then you have the opportunity to renew that visa for another 30 days. And this one is going to cost you about 2,000 baht. So the second one you can get is the education visa, and you'll have to study either Muay Thai, cooking, or Thai language. And this one you can get for 90 days, and that costs you about 2,000 baht, not including the education. And then every time you want to extend it another 90 days, then you have to pay another 2,000 baht, approximately. And finally, there's the Destination Thailand visa or the Digital Nomad visa. And this one lasts up to 5 years, and you can stay for up to 180 days before you have to leave the country. Now, this visa costs, I think, 10,000 Thai baht, which ends up being about 280-300 USD.
So once you've got your visas sorted, you're going to need a place to live. So if you're looking for monthly options, basically it depends on your budget. It depends on the type of accommodation that you prefer. It really does range from budget all the way through to luxury. So if you're looking for a budget, month to month, you might be looking at around 5,000 to 8,000 baht per month. That'll give you a nice little shack, a pretty decent amount of room, but nothing too amazing. Yeah. We are probably staying in a mid-level villa at the moment. So we are paying around 30,000 baht per month, and that gives us 2-bedroom, a beautiful view, a beautiful pool. We did a villa tour here if you want to check it out. Otherwise, if you are more up for the luxurious lifestyle, you can get villas here that are absolutely phenomenal, ranging from around 50,000 baht to about 150,000 baht. And yeah, so you've got so many options in terms of accommodation there. That being said, if you're traveling around the islands, it's a lot more expensive compared to the mainland. So if you're looking at a place in maybe Hua Hin or Bangkok, you're going to probably get a bit more bang for your buck. Whilst the luxurious still might be quite expensive, they won't be as expensive as the island life as well.
When you are looking for places to stay, make sure you go on Facebook Marketplace for long-term stays. This is where you're going to get the best prices on Facebook Marketplace, and you can find a whole range. Usually you can also find an agent on there who can source properties for you, so you can find a long-term stay before you come over here. Or actually, I would recommend going to check out these places before you invest or lock in a place. You can also find properties on Airbnb for long-term stay, and that works absolutely fine.
So you've got your visa, you've got your accommodation, now you're going to need some food.
Most importantly.
Lucky for you, Thailand has some of the most amazing food in the world. So our recommendation first is to get out, get onto the street food and explore and eat as much food as possible. Again, there are so many different ranges of price depending on your budget, depending on the type of food and style that you like. The street food is our best recommendation. It is the cheapest. There are so many yummy markets everywhere in Thailand. We eat out probably around maybe twice a week sometimes at the street markets and spend around 150 baht per person, which is like $6 so it's crazy, and you get a good amount of food for that, and it's good quality. We haven't been sick once, which is awesome. Then of course you've got the cheap and cheerful restaurants. They are like your local Thai restaurants that probably take cash only, and they are probably around 100 to 150 baht per dish as well, so that's pretty affordable. Then you've got the mid-level, you've got your Western restaurants, you've got other mid-level restaurants that probably all take credit card, and they are ranging from about 300 baht to 500 baht per dish. And then you've got your more fancy, which we haven't yet experienced here in Thailand, but I'm sure you can find them.
Yeah, I think I think because the quality of food is actually so good. So when you talk about that mid-level, I think most of the really nice restaurants, especially on Copenhagen, the island, most of them are around that price, that 300 to 500 baht per dish. So it's totally affordable. I think that we even found that when we were traveling in Bangkok and stuff like that, the nice restaurants were around that price. So you can afford lots of good food, which is fantastic.
And then, of course, you've got your groceries. So if you're thinking long term, there is no way you probably want to eat out every single meal, although that we did when we first got to Thailand for 3 months. We now grocery shop, and we probably spend around 2,000 baht per week, I reckon, on groceries for both of us, and that gives us a good amount of food. So many fresh fruit, vegetables, good quality meats, and we love to cook at home, so it's a lot more affordable as well. And yeah, you're making sure that you're eating a lot healthily, and yeah, we love it.
Now you need to get around Thailand, and this is your transportation cost. So the best way to get around Thailand is by scooter, we think personally, or at least when you're in one place, riding around on the scooter. And on the daily, that can cost you anywhere between 150 to 500 baht per day, depending on how good your scooter is. If you want a new scooter, but just a normal, everyday new scooter, then that's going to cost you 200 baht per day. If you book this for the month, then you can get one for about 5,000 baht, 3,000 to 5,000 baht per month, and you can negotiate this price. So that's the best way to get around scooter. Then you have other things like if you're on the mainland, you have Grab. And Grab is an app where you can order a scooter to pick you up. So a little man picks you up on a scooter, which is a bit of fun. And then you can order taxis on there as well. And this is actually a really cheap way to get around, especially in Bangkok. It's super cheap. You can also get tuk-tuks and they can pick you up. Now you need to negotiate the price with tuk-tuks before you jump on board, because most likely they'll try and rip you off, which is just the name of the game. It's not their fault. It's the game they're playing. You got to be part of it. So negotiate a price before you jump in, and usually you can get one for under 500 baht. Usually you can get one for under 500 baht. But you know, it's up to you. Sometimes it's just for the experience. Yeah. So have a bit of fun. If you want to get to the islands, you usually need to take a ferry. Unless you're flying to Koh Samui, you need to take a ferry, and these ferries can range between about 10 AUD to 30 AUD, and I'll put the conversion down below. But they're the easiest way for you to get around. Once you're on the islands, then Grab is not usually available on most of these islands. Like, there's hardly any Grabs around. So what you need to get is these share taxis. They've probably got a real name, but they're these shared taxis, and you're going to pay about 200 to 300 baht per person. And most of these won't even take you by yourself, so you'll have to wait around to go with a bunch of other people, but that's what you'll pay.
All right, so you've got your visas, accommodation, food and travel sorted. Let's talk about your miscellaneous items that you're going to be spending money on. Yeah. So the first one is definitely optional but highly recommended, and that is your travel insurance. Whether you're on a trip or you're living the digital nomad life, absolutely back yourself with travel insurance, because you never know what's going to happen. We just recently found out about Safety Wing. This is not sponsored, by the way, but it is basically travel insurance for digital nomads. You pay monthly, and we pay about 110 USD for the both of us, and it covers you for everything, all of your travel all around the world, which is so cool. We will link a link below with more information about that if you guys want to check it out. Because we definitely recommend that. Otherwise, of course, you can just get your normal travel insurance from like Covermore, Qantas, whatever the other travel insurance are. So that's number one. Another thing that you're going to be spending a lot of money on while you're here is massages. Let's not beat around. Bet you didn't expect that. Let's not beat around the bush, because we love massage, and we get one at least once to twice a week. We have noticed, though, in the last week alone, our local masseuse went from 400 baht per massage to 500 baht. It is a sad, sad day. Prices are increasing for the massage. So that equals around 25 Australian dollars now. And I remember when we first got to Thailand a year and a half ago, we were paying 400 baht, but the Australian dollar was better. So it was around $16 per massage. Yeah. And now it's 25. So it's increased $10 because of the increase in price, but also how bad the Australian dollar is.
Yeah, that is crazy about the massages. Sad But we're not going to go anywhere else because that massage place is our favourite.
Shallow massage.
Shallow massage. We love it. So the other thing we like to do is have a couple of drinks here and there at the bars, on the beach, you know what. And the cost of these can vary a lot, but if you want to have a drink, you can actually just go to 7-Eleven, buy a bag and fill it with ice and buy the drinks from there, and it will cost you around $1 per beer. So that's a very easy, simple way to go and have a couple of drinks. If you want to go to a bar or restaurant, if you just go to a local one, they're going to cost you about 100 baht per beer and about 200 baht per cocktail. And then if you go to a nicer place, obviously the prices increase, but not much by much, maybe 150 baht per beer and maybe 250 for a cocktail.
Another thing that you might find you spending your money on is your beauty appointments. So ladies, I often get my lashes done, my nails done, all of that sort of stuff. My lashes cost around 1,500 baht here in Koh Phangan, which is quite expensive, but I think you can find cheaper ones, but I love my lash lady. Nails cost around 800 baht, maybe to 1,000 if you're getting gel and extensions. And then a haircut typically costs around maybe 1,000 baht as well. A good old blow wave will only set you back 300 baht though, which is awesome.
Yeah, my haircut's only 300 baht, and you can get cheaper than 300 baht. It's so good. Yeah, and then we've got day trips. So they have long-tail boats all around Thailand that can take you to islands and take you on day trips. Those long-tail boats can really vary, but you know, for one trip you're paying around 100 to 300 baht one way. And then if you want a day tour, then those tours are going to cost you about 2,000, 3,000 baht per day, depending on what's included and what you get out of it. So these are all negotiable prices, so make sure you do negotiate with people when you're booking these trips, and make sure you book them in Thailand because you can get them for much cheaper than you would if you booked them online through other companies. So that pretty much wraps up our cost of living in Thailand. I hope this was really helpful. If we missed anything, please leave us a comment below and let us know if you enjoyed it. Make sure you like and subscribe. We send out these videos all the time. We love to do it and we love to get to know you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.